welcome everyone. Sat Nam. I'm Mary Moonstar here to do your astrological tarot reading for November the 28th through December the 4th. And if you haven't tuned into my station previously, what I do is I update you on the upcoming astrology, and then I read your oracle cards for the week to give you some guidance on the week to come. So here, even though it was on that previous week, Neptune went direct on November the 24th at about 5:08 p.m. here Pacific time. And the spiritual realm, the dream realm, and our intuitive realm has a little bit of an opening. We had been in the pre-shadow period for Neptune in February. In June, it went retrograde, and now it's finally going direct, and we can see that things are starting to clear up where it makes more sense. Our intuition, we're tapping into the higher consciousness and able to understand the direction that we need to go instead of solely basing it on just our intuitive sense, only what we've experienced in the past. This allows us to further connect to the spiritual realm with Neptune. So that freed up our Pisceans here, and as well Jupiter is in Sagittarius, so it's been in Scorpio for a year. It shifted here in November, and now it's home and happy, and that's the subplanet for Pisces also. So it's a happy, positive time going on presently with the shifts in the astrology. We also have Mercury retrograde, has been in Sagittarius, and will be going into Scorpio next week on December the 1st. That occurs about 3:15 a.m. Pacific time. Also, we have Venus was going retrograde, and it's presently coming out of the shadow period. It comes out of the shadow period on December the 17th. However, it does shift. Venus shifts back into Scorpio December the 2nd, and that's at about 9 a.m. Pacific time. So what that means as far as Mercury going into Scorpio, we're going to have a little bit more of an inversion on how we speak. It makes more sense to go inward into our solitude and search deep into the gems that we have available in our logic and our communication. Again, Mercury is still retrograde, so we want to take heed. It's going to retrograde until December the 6th, where it goes direct. Going direct at about 1:22 p.m. Pacific time, and still presently, even though we're in the last week of Mercury retrograde, we want to focus on still being cautious on how we drive, how our logic is with communications, texts, emails, phone calls, being cautious with new things that you're going to sign contracts on, purchasing new items, even computers, telephones, telephones, old school cell phones, things of that nature. You want to possibly wait a couple weeks till after Mercury goes direct. So also we have the new moon coming in Sagittarius on December the 7th, or it's December the 6th here on the West Coast, and at the end of the month we have a full moon in Cancer. So whenever there's a new moon, the moon is on the side of the sun, and even though it's not illuminating for us, it still has its gravitational pull. So it's pulling on one side with the sun. Now, once the full moon comes back around and is the opposite of the sun, that's when we see its full illumination. And what happens is that's that completion of that cycle from the new to the full. So the work that you put in here in that new moon in Sagittarius can be positive, joyful. It can have an expansive nature and lots of luck and guidance. With, we have Jupiter in Sagittarius, new moon in Sagittarius, sun in Sagittarius. From November the 24th through November the 27th, we had the stellium going on, where the conjunctions, the degrees of Sagittarius was close to Jupiter and Mercury and the sun. So what does that mean is that it just amplifies that Sagittarian energy. Again, I always repeat that it's that wise philosophical nature, that Christ consciousness here. And as well, just want to mention that Venus goes back into Scorpio December the 2nd. That's about 9 a.m. here Pacific time. With that, we dig deep into the gems of things that we have within us. So, you know, Mercury's going to be in Scorpio. Venus is going to be in Scorpio. We're going to have Sagittarius going on in the Sun and Jupiter. So we can allow ourselves to go into recluse, search for the information that we have, get in touch with the unknown, and trust the messages that are coming in here. Trust our logic, trust the sense of how we love. And again, with Venus in Scorpio, some say it's a detriment, but you can truly find that inner passion within you and also that creative passion as well. It's just about going a little deeper than everyone else kind of does when you have Venus in Scorpio. So also with Mercury going direct December the 6th, so even though, you know, we still have a week to go, still be cautious on that aspect. Venus is going to be out of its shadow period on December the 17th. And also that new moon in Sagittarius on December the 6th here. It's going to be about 11:20 p.m. here on the West Coast. And we're going to be able to put in that fruits of our labor that we can see by the full moon in Cancer on December the 22nd. That we can nurture our future here and what we want to create, what kind of projects that we're looking to expand in presently. So those are the things that are going on. We have all those present shifts. So even though, you know, we still have that Sagittarius energy, so I'm going to go ahead and read for that first. And I'm using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, and we're gonna read for November the 28th through December the 4th. Listen, the cards for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so the heart chakra and the discontent and boredom cards here. So what's going on with your heart and you being bored, Sagittarius? We want to know what your power is and what you're going to transform in presently. Okay, Sag, we have here, there's some deception and envy going on that you may transform from when you experience such a thing. If that's going on with an authoritative figure, whether it's a parent, someone that feels that they rule over you, or if it's someone at work, the universe wants you to know that you don't need to suffer in silence anymore, Sagittarius. That whatever you're going through presently is for your own benefit, for your own transformation. And again, we have that Scorpio coming up in the aspects again to returning in Mercury, returning in Venus. So it's a great time for you to evolve in whatever aspects are going on with you presently. And again, the universe does not want you to suffer alone, or possibly you're suffering and you're being vocal about it. So find that truth inside of you that the universe is on your side. It's setting you up for something better. So allow yourself to transform, Sagittarius, and happy birthday. Everything will be okay here, and be positive because you're a positive sign. You have a lot of positivity here in the planet. Jupiter is in your home station, so you should be very comfortable. Things will align soon for you, Sagittarius. So next I'm going to go ahead and do Capricorn. We're going to have some eclipses coming up during Capricorn Aquarius season, where we're going to have a partial solar eclipse on January the 5th, and then a full, which is in a Capricorn moon during the Capricorn sun, and we're going to have a full moon in January, a lunar eclipse in Leo, so January the 20th. I'm going to read for you, Capricorn. Again, when we have eclipses, it's like things are kind of hidden and you're still evolving. It's almost like having super Scorpio time going on. What's going on in that, you know, kind of a silent sign where it doesn't really say so much. So we might be experiencing a lot here. I see the disruption card and the passion ignited for you, Capricorn. Again, this is for November the 28th through December the 4th. Okay, that love begins card was coming up in the shuffle. So some kind of love is coming through, and even if it's not romantic or if it's for family or friends, again, the holidays are coming next month. So, or it could be for a love of work, because we know Capricorns love to work, or at least we should know that. Positive movements coming forward for you in that love aspect. And we have, usually there's a theme, so what kind of authority is coming over here and making you feel like there's an emotional loss? And you might be feeling discontent and bored, but there's some positivity here. So you got to search a little bit deeper beyond your emotional loss, Capricorn. And if it's a parent, or if it's your partner, or if it's a boss at work, whatever feels like it's that authority that's making you feel so sad and discontent or bored with what's going on, look to the positive, because it is available. You're available to move forward to something greater, and that love will begin for you, Capricorn. So have a little faith. And I know with those eclipses coming up in January, it might amplify some things for you in your aspects. But be strong in your foundation, Capricorn. You got this. Okay, so next I'm going to do Leo, since Leo is going to be on that full moon eclipse in January. And I usually kind of do Leo a little bit later in the last video, so we'll bring it closer to see what's in the cards for you, Leo. And we have some material harvest, and that authority card keeps coming up here. What's in the cards for you, Leo? I saw the Tower card, which has a half man, half lion face. What are you struggling with presently? Looks like something creative that you got to work on, Leo. I saw that second chakra card during the shuffle. And you have a lot more cards than I usually read. So let's do the 5 first and see what's going on. So recognition and rewards is upside down for you, Leo. That sacral chakra was coming through during the shuffle. So it's that second chakra. So the second chakra is not only the sex organs or the kidneys, which includes our chi, our life force energy, per the ancient Chinese remedies. So that second chakra also is our creative energy. So are you going to get recognized for that creative energy and see the rewards? You are the light, Leo, so you can benefit from those things. There's that authority card coming in the shuffle here. It's coming into the cards and is theming. So if you can see that positivity coming in, that you are going to get recognized for the work that you're putting in, for that creative energy that you're putting in. You got to see the light within you, Leo, because no one can take it away from you. No one can be a boss over you. You're a boss of yourself, Leo. You rule over your dominion, and you can create financial and material changes. And you had 2 extra cards that came up in the shuffle. So if you're waiting on something, trust your intuition that it's going to work out the way you want it to, Leo. Presently, it's looking like you have all positive cards, and you just have to feel your light and go with your creativity. Sense it from your third eye and work on it, because you can benefit in the long haul on the financial and material realm, Leo. Okay, now that we did Leo, let's do Scorpio, since that's coming in Venus and in Mercury retrograde. Shifting from Sagittarius to Scorpio. Going on for you, my my Scorpions. November the 28th to December the 4th. And I see the shadow card, so shadow and obstacles here. So what's in the shadows that you're feeling? It needs to be balanced. Creative energy needs to be balanced, Scorpios. Make sure you take a moment in solitude when you can. All right, we have an extra card, that disruption card. So what is going on with you here, Scorpio? If you're suffering in silence or not suffering in silence, just be aware, here's a theme that if your creative energy, that sexual energy, creative energy in the kidneys, that life force energy, our emotions, whatever you're going through presently, you can also use not only your second chakra, but your third chakra to push yourself forward, and your base chakra for a foundation. So your whole lower triangle is in a state of suffering. So trust that if you balance your lower triangle, you're going to balance all of the energy up into the upper triangles, which is positive in the yogic sense. So what you need to do here is meditate. Then your foundation will be firm in the ground when you balance yourself, and then you'll be able to guide yourself with the steering wheel of your car, that solar plex, and then you'll be able to create and work on your emotions. So there's no need to suffer. Try to work on what you're going through and balance it out, because whatever you're going through, you don't want that disruption to create an imbalance for you. This is all your lower triangle can ground you nice and strong, Scorpio. So take initiative, and the most initiative that a Scorpio can take, you know that I keep repeating myself in all my videos, balance yourself by meditating or going into solitude, dear Scorpio. So stand ground. The universe wants you to see the positivity and all those gems that you have within you, because the new beginnings are available to you, Scorpio. I see it here in the shuffle. You got to see that the prosperity is available to you when you root your lower triangle. All right. Let's go ahead and do Aquarius. Where my Aquarius is right now. November the 28th through December the 4th. Hey, it looks like you need to move on from something so you can triumph. A triumph card came up on its own. So let's see what your cards have to say here. Okay, so we have an extra card. So the triumph card will be that extra card here. And what I'm seeing is that if you have some kind of memories of love and you're emotionally withdrawn from remembering some love in the past, trust your intuitive sense, because the universe knows that those partnerships and alliances, you're going to triumph in it. If you sense from your third eye the true vision that the universe has for you, it wants to guide you towards that positive partnerships. And I like to just remind everyone, memories of love may not necessarily be romantic, but it can also be family and friends, or it can be part of work. Whatever that aspect is, just remember, you don't have to suffer on your own. You don't have to withdraw and be upset about things, because you trust your third eye. The universe is letting you know that things can unite in a positive way in your surroundings. You can triumph in it, Aquarius. Much blessings to you, Aquarius. Trust your heart also besides your intuition. Heart is so important. Lead with your heart always. It's going to guide you to move on to that positivity, Aquarius. Okay. So next, I'm going to read for gems. They had their full moon here on the 22nd. See what's going on with my gems here. November the 28th through December the 4th. Alright, gems. We have here passion ignited upside down. So what do you got to work on here? Don't be bored. Something is positive and waiting for you. That passion is available, and that passion can bring you some positivity in the material and the spiritual world. So both is available to you. Again, we usually have themes, so if you're emotionally withdrawn regarding a situation, seek deeper into the truth. What is the truth really telling you? That there's passion out there. It's truly there and ready for you, gems. You just have to sense beyond your boredom, see that the material and spiritual prosperity is available to you. Come out of your sadness and see the truth, because you can benefit with choosing to see the passion that's available inside of you, gems. So just remember that love is available to you if you work on your passions. So first, go into your solitude nature, Gemini, and seek the truth, because that hope is available for you on the spiritual and the material realm. Alright, gems. So let's go ahead and do Cancer. Cancer, I'm seeing temptation card. So what are you being tempted from? There's a waiting game. So what are we waiting? What are we waiting on, Cancer? So we have here temptation that is upside down, an accelerated motion, and moving on, discontent and boredom, and the waiting game. So if you're tempted to do something and you feel like it's not moving as quickly as it should, really you have to move on from something. You may be tired of waiting for things to move the way you want them to, and you're bored and discontent. But if you see that if you work beyond the temptation, you could see that there is positivity when you move beyond what you're feeling right now. You might be feeling stuck, but that accelerated motion card is right side up. You got to move on from the situation. Release everything, because waiting will be supreme. Once you wait, the benefits for you will come and things will accelerate the way you want them to, Cancer. You also have a full moon in December coming up in your sign at your home planet. The moon, I guess, is considered a planet. So some positivity can come in here for you, Cancer. Have to wait it out. Don't be tempted to take a shortcut, is what I'm feeling to say. Speak the truth, go by the truth, abide by the truth, and the positivity will follow you, Cancer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read for Aries. In the cards for you. I'm already seeing the balance and firm foundation card for you, Aries. And sacrificing. What are you working on that you're going to be sacrificing presently, or you feel like you're sacrificing presently? So whatever you're going to sacrifice, or you feel you're sacrificing, that you have to allow time, allow that waiting time to give you the information that you need, because your solar plex is that steering wheel of your car. If you see that there's balance in what the work that you're doing, there is going to be a firm foundation once you see what you really need to work on, Aries. So that sacrifice is a positive for you. It's all about the waiting game, so just take your time. Use that steering wheel of your car to guide you the way you need to. Balance whatever is going on with yourself here, because that firm foundation is available to you, but you're not seeing that it's available to you presently, Aries. So we have some positivity coming in here with Sagittarius. So it's good for you. The universe is letting you know there's positives for you. You can build a firm foundation. Just trust your gut instincts. No reason to suffer alone here, or suffer in the shadows. Your solar plex will guide you to what you need. And use that creative energy also as well, because I'm seeing the sacral card coming up as well for you, Aries. Okay. So much love to you, Aries. I'm going to go ahead and read for Virgo. Alright, Virgo. Let me shuffle one more time for you here. Virgo. What's in the cards for you this week? Have here, it looks like an extra card. It's got that wisdom card, so we know Sagittarius is that wisdom card. So what can you triumph with in your wisdom? That material and spiritual prosperity is available to you and to Gemini, so you're both from Mercury. Just be aware that that positive movement forward is available once you get that rest and rejuvenation that you may need, Virgo. You may be working yourself really hard and not seeing the accelerated motion, but your body needs a break. It needs a break so that it can sense the wisdom within and move forward. So take a rest here, Virgo. Relax your mind, relax your body, and be creative. Don't be bored or discontent with what you have, Virgo. There's some positivity coming in. Once you move on from this situation and rest, good things will be available to you, Virgo. I see that prosperity card also as well. Once you have a little bit of patience here. Okay, no need to feel a heartache here, Virgo. I'm seeing that in the shuffle. Your passion will be true and available to you. Okay, and go ahead and read for Libra. What's going on with my Libras today? The temptation card right away, and the wisdom card. So are you being tempted with something with Scorpio coming in, and what Sagittarius is telling you? See the wisdom that's coming in, Libra. Don't just be tempted by the things on the surface. You may need to wait, but things will be positive once you do wait. Okay, Libra. So, Libra, let me do one more shuffle for you here so I make sure I get the correct reading. Alright, Libra. Perfect. Financial and material changes are coming your way, but you're not noticing it. You may have to vocalize what you need to, speak up, because that's your power presently. Someone needs to hear what's going on. And sometimes when we don't speak what we need to, it doesn't allow the person to learn the lesson they're supposed to. And it coming from a Libra sometimes is a little shocking, but that's because Libra, when you release your power and speak your truth, you will triumph in success. You will triumph. It is ready. Cut out whatever you need to. Release it because it's available to you. Financial and material changes are available to you. Speak up, use your power, because you can succeed and triumph in whatever you're going through right now. You don't have to see it as upside down. It is a positive, Libra. You're probably going through a transformation period here, and just balance yourself. Everything is going to be okay, Libra. Good things are coming. I keep seeing the transformation card. Good things are coming for us, Libra. But don't be tempted to just take a quick route. Okay, and much love to you, my Libras, as well. We got a spiritual union card in the shuffle, so there's a twin flame or romantic stuff going on, or passion being ignited, Libra. Just keep your eye on the temptation. Just be assured that you got your ducks in line and that you're in balance before you move forward. All right. Let's go ahead and read for Taurus. What's going on with my Tauruses? And Taurus, no need to worry so much here. Everything's going to be okay. It's always okay. You always know how to manage your situations. So if we're being tempted, us Venetians here, let's pay attention to what's tempting us. So you got to move on from a situation presently and choose to see that that conflict and defeat will be released once you move on. Got that sacral chakra, again, that's the sex organs, the kidneys, the chi that's in the kidneys, but also our creative energy. So once we push forward with whatever is going on with us, we can create that balance and create some positivity as well, create some art. Maybe it's time to shine your light. Hey, Taurus. Don't hide in the shadows anymore. There's hope for you, and I see that it's true. It's coming in for you. You just have to feel it too, Taurus. Scorpio is coming back here in Mercury and in Venus, so that might be a little bit rough for you, Taurus, since that's your opposite. Everything's going to be okay. Just trust that it's going to be okay. Sometimes it's nice to have our opposition. Develops a yin and yang sort of effect. So let's read for Pisces. Going on for my Pisces here. So the Wisdom card, Memories of Love. So again, that Sagittarius, you use this co-rule, Jupiter together, that's your subplanet, Neptune's your planet, it's direct. There's some wisdom available to us here, Pisces. What's in the cards for you this week, November the 28th through December the 4th? Your destiny is available to you, Pisces. Got to use that solar plex, that steering wheel of the car, to sense it, because the prosperity is available. And you can push forward and power forward with that solar plex towards your prosperity. It's ready to begin. Trust that your essence, that crown chakra, that true essence of your soul body will give you the information you need. If you just avoid the conflict and defeat that's facing you here, and just trust that your destiny will power you forward towards the prosperity that you're longing for, towards your true essence, your true soul's essence, what you're destined to do here on this planet. Just move on from the situation. You're a Pisces, you're peaceful, and once you release whatever's going on, that passion will be ignited for you, Pisces. Okay. So, Libra with all the signs here. So let me just review it one more time in my head. So Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Virgo, Cancer. Did well. So what's the overall card for the week? Looks like it's flying out here. Triumph. What can we triumph in? I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it one more time just to see what can we triumph in this week with the positivities coming here in Sagittarius. And we have two cards here. It looks like we can triumph from our light, and the fulfillment of our wishes will be available to us. We have that new moon in Sagittarius. Put in what you desire so you can create positivity, joy, expansion, luck, wisdom, traveling. There's so many options here available to us with the Sun in Sagittarius and Jupiter in Sagittarius as well, with a new moon coming up. I wish you a beautiful week. Thank you so much for tuning in. If any of this resonated with you, please drop in a comment or a like or subscribe to my station, and you'll see me next week. Hopefully, Sat Nam.